Dear brothers, I was thinking of writing you an open letter, but I think that it is here facing you where I prefer to express my opinion about the constitutional reform proposed by the great teacher and the commission that intends to execute it. I address you with great concern and disappointment for the reform process that they have initiated in the Grand Lodge of Spain. As a member committed to the values and principles of our order, I feel the need to express my concerns about the decisions you are making in relation to our Constitution. As its Article 28 recalls, it is evident that the Spanish Granology Constitution is much more than a mere legislative document. It is the foundation of our fellowship, an ethical and spiritual guide that has been painstakingly built by our founders. It should not be treated as a simple set of laws that can be changed at will, but rather as a cornerstone that ensures harmony and respect among fellow Masons. In this reform process, the reason behind the change in our Constitution has been called into question. Why this urgency to alter a document that has been the pillar of our Amazonian identity for so long? I can't help but wonder if the real intention is to save and keep our principles or simply to satisfy personal or perhaps merely political interests. You will ask me if we have to make changes in our Constitution? Of course, yes, they are necessary.
Yes.
We have issues that need to be changed and improved, modifying the Constitution, but always with the consensus, dialogue, and participation of all. But for this, I ask myself, and I give you a very graphic image, is it necessary to demolish the entire building if what we want is to change the windows? The Spanish Agrology Constitution is an essential tool to protect the rights and duties of all brothers. It guarantees a structure that promotes harmony and peace in our workshops. Therefore, any modification must be the subject of deep thought, considering its impact on the very essence of our order. However, I am greatly concerned that this reform process has been carried out unilaterally, without due participation and transparency for all members of the Granology of Spain. A decision of this magnitude should not be in the hands of a few, but rather be a democratic and collective exercise that involves each brother that makes up the entire brotherhood. Any political abstraction at the Reform Convention would be incredible, but that is already cause for great concern. Politics should have no place in our Freemasonry, and it is imperative that any decision on our Constitution be taken based on impartiality and commitment to our Masonic values. For all of the above, it is essential to have all the opinions that supervise and preserve our Constitution, avoiding arbitrary and political changes that can undermine its true Masonic spirit. Otherwise, we run the risk of losing the very essence of our order and letting interests unrelated to our principles determine uncertain paths. In conclusion, I beg you to stop this process of one-sided and responsible reform. Let us preserve the essence and foundations of Freemasonry in our Constitution, protecting the peace, love, and fraternity that have always guided us. I have been a member at the Great Lodge of Spain for 18 years, and I cannot remain silent in the face of this challenge that puts our identity and values at risk. Let's not allow our Constitution to be manipulated. Let us unite in respect and commitment to our brotherhood and work together to keep the true essence of Freemasonry alive. This is a rushed, poorly planned process that demonstrates a lack of commitment to quality, transparency, and real member participation. It is more focused on sticking to an arbitrary timetable than making meaningful and well-founded constitutional reform. It is necessary to stop this disastrous approach and seriously rethink the reform process, not the proposed constitutional reform. It's not just about talking, it's also about listening. That they do not sell you, above all, things that are not. Do you know? Simply. Thanks, brothers.